He said the Bible don't teach you not to sin. Yes, the fuck it do. That's the whole point. When he took us, one second, word. When he took us to first job, I read verse 7. Witnesses you from all sickness. Come on, man. This is insane. But that's that Christian dope. Go ahead, my child.
Out there teaching it like we teach. We teach you Christ is a nigga. We teach you God is a nigga. And guess who he loves? He loves niggas. He loves niggas. And that's one of the topics we're gonna talk about. They say it's up there. And it ain't nothing to discuss there. People talking with reviews, we like best friends. Just let me know. All right, Adawan, you good to go, sir.
All right, hold on. That damn live jumped off. Uh-oh. Yeah, let me hold on. Let me click that. That's all right. Yeah, I gotta cut that one off. That ain't working right. Hold on 1 second, everybody.
All right, come on, sir.
Difficulties, but guess what? We back. We added everybody. Shalom Israel. You understand? We got our brother. So like, let me introduce ourselves. You understand? You know, I'm Captain K. the Goggle Boy of the ISPK under Commander General Yohana. All right. And then y'all know I got my main man, Officer Maya Sha'ala out of ATL holding it down with us. You understand? And then we got our brother, Officer all support in the building. You understand? Holding it down up under Commander General Yohana, keeping the laws of God. You understand? Teaching this truth, waking our people up. You understand? The brother turned around. Hey, if you could, real quick, give a little rundown of what you seen when you was out there in the reservations when you was traveling through there and you seen a couple of our people. This shit is important, man, because like for some odd reason, people seem to think that like this is a wonderful place for everyone to be. You understand? Meanwhile, Hispanics, Native Indians, we oppressed like shit. You know, but when I turned around and looked up the numbers for the reservations, you know, because at first I remember hearing, oh, the Indians, they got casinos. I used to hear black folks that was mad about that, right? And I used to hear that all the time. Man, the Native Indians, they got damn casinos and this and that and that. But then when I actually did the research, no, they don't. They don't own any of them. The $5 Indians own them. The ones that paid to be a Native Indian, the ones that white men went and raped the Native Indian women and had children with them. Them the ones that own the casinos. Not none of our people. You know, they struggling with alcoholism, drugs, poverty, and every damn thing else. Child molestation oh my God. It all sounded like the black community to me. While they try to make the difference between those brothers And us, we still family, and we going through the same exact things in the reservations, in the barrios, and in the black community, in the hood, in the ghetto. All right. So go ahead, brother. Drop a little bit of that you seen when you was out there. What's your experience with it?
Colonel Khan, sir. Colonel Khan. Yeah, I was in New Mexico, near Albuquerque and things of that nature. You got the Indians out there on the reservation. They are mostly the population in New Mexico. One thing I seen was that, Issachar out there too, not as much as the the Indians, and it's mostly the Gadite tribes, what they call the Navajo Indians. And this particular tribe I found out was responsible for helping America win World War II. Dealing with the Morse code and the language that they was able to create, it helped America defeat Japan. Which a lot of us don't know about that. They out there on the reservations. I was actually able to interview one of the Navajo Indians, and he was just telling me how the fentanyl and the methamphetamine, the ice, is a big thing out there amongst them, and it's destroying them and things of this nature. This particular guy seemed to be, homeless, and the alcoholism, like you were saying, is real, heavy out there. And they just got him tucked away. And I was also surprised that they celebrate Thanksgiving as well. And I was under the impression that they didn't, because the Thanksgiving is definitely about the slaughter, other Native American Indians. But to my surprise, they celebrate it, and they make up the same excuses we do. I just do it for the food and for the family and things of that nature, right? So that's why I figured like you said, sir, the curses follow us. Pretty much every, it's amongst us all, the Native Americans, and they also Issachar and the Native American, they don't like each other. They're against each other. I also found that out, and of course we the same people. So it just go to show the division, man, and how Esau divided us, got us out the hood on the reservations and the barrios, making us think that we are separate people and we the same things, and we also experiencing the same things.
Yeah, that's messed up, Bob. And when you said they make the same excuses for the food and stuff like that, black folks do the same thing. I even seen fake Israelites all over Clubhouse and Facebook making posts talking about good food, here we come. You know what I mean? Like we just cannot get away from this slave master. You know what I mean?
It's like my cousins, right?
One second, Ward. This man that treated us so bad here in the past and to this very day, and we still somehow we make any kind of excuse to go get some good food, like to celebrate the holiday. You understand? Nothing wrong with eating, nothing wrong with turkey, nothing wrong with dressing. But on that day, I don't eat turkey and dressing. I would never eat that traditional Thanksgiving meal, all because my brothers and my sisters, they were slaughtered on this day. You understand? And in remembrance of that, I think I would not eat the food. I would not turn around and tell anyone happy Thanksgiving. The hell is so happy about it when our people were being oppressed and destroyed and unalived back then? What is so happy about this thing? It's for white people, yeah. I mean, look at what they got. They stole the land from the Native Indians. We walking around over their bones. You understand? The damn concrete, as we drive up and down the street, we are driving over their dead bones and their dead bodies in order for the white man to take this land from them. And you say it's happy Thanksgiving? No. All these holidays. We turned around and did the show last night with about, well, we know, of course, we did several shows about Christmas and Kwanzaa and all of these different things, man. We need to stop learning the ways of the heathen and get back to the ways of our God. You understand? Go ahead, Marsha.
All I was gonna say, I don't want, I'm familiar with a lot of the destruction of our Gadite brothers and stuff like that. Me being from Oklahoma, just seeing it also firsthand, understanding the history about it. But I was just looking up this Dow's Rose, right? And it's Dow's Act, and I was looking that up.
Right.
And
it's pretty much the same thing as Martin Luther King dream. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much the same thing. I'm gonna read a real brief paragraph because what they tried to do is, they knew we family, so they knew it would work on us too. But they tried to integrate them into their culture. You know what I'm saying? Which that's the same thing they did to us. Let me read a little bit of this paragraph. It says, the Dow's Act and its impact on Native American land. It says the Dow's Act, also known as the General Annulment Act, was enacted by the United States Congress in 1887. It was a significant piece of legislation with the primary aim of assimilating Native Americans into American society. The act sought to achieve this by transforming the communal tribe land ownership system into an individual land ownership model. The underlying objective of the Dow's Act was not only to promote the adoption of agriculture as a primary occupation among Native Americans, but also to integrate them into the broader fabric of American economic life. Though such integration, it was hoped that Native Americans would gradually assimilate into the social and cultural norms of the wider American society. So they looked at them as just savages and needed to be changed. When they came over here, the natives had to teach them how to even live on this land. You know what I'm saying? So why in the hell would we integrate? If we had to teach, why are we integrating with them? You know what I'm saying? So it was just another scheme and another trick that the white man does just to get us to not know who we are and divide us more and more as a family, as a nation of people. You know what I'm saying? Salakia, sir.
No, ain't no sweat. That's a fact. You know what I mean? And you right about them teaching us that the Native Indians were savages that they had to get under control. You know, when me and Officer Bond, I remember Cahokia Mounds right over I'm pointing behind me, it's actually that way, right over in East St. Louis, right in Cahokia, right where they got Cahokia Mounds. The white man, when he came and took this land from them, that area, Cahokia Mounds, was like, man, it was like the biggest like metropolis like area. It was very industrious, all kind of businesses. The Native Indians had it going on over there. You hear me? And to this day, man, it's America. It's America now. From what I read, you understand, versus what I actually see now, it looks horrible. It's terrible, right? Anything that the white man get his hands on, he destroys it. You know, he absolutely destroys it. So we ended up going to the museum. I remember going there as a kid, and when I got in the truth, I said, man, you know what? I could probably bring out something for our Native Indian brothers and sisters. Let me go there. You know, because I didn't totally remember it. The biggest thing that I did remember was the mound. It was the pyramids, how they had, you know what I'm saying? They used to be, you know, they were a part of the building the pyramids in Egypt as well. And they turned around and they got some mounds. They got pyramids built up in Cahokia. And they got stairs that they had, you know what I'm saying, made, you know what I'm saying, going up to there. I remember that being on the outside. And then I remember their clock system that they had. They had a bunch of poles set up around. That's how they could tell time, you know. So I got to thinking, I was like, man, I know the natives, you know what I'm saying, had something to offer to this place. So I said, let's go to her. Bond. Me and the Bond went over there. Brother, I got disappointed. They had the natives, all of the statues and the sculpture that they had our Native Indian brothers walking around in fucking Pampers. They had all of the sculpture. None of they glorious tribal gear. You understand? I actually like that shit. That tribal gear look good. You understand? That shit with all them goddamn feathers, boy. And then when they get the boy, that shit be cool. I want to go to one. I want to go to a powwow so bad. You understand? And they be getting it, boy. The men and the women, right? And so I was like, damn. And I'm looking. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to see. I'm thinking I'm going to see some of the tribal gear. Some of the natives standing there like what they do on the movie when they turn around and help howl. You understand? I'm thinking I'm really going to see a Native Indian. Man, that shit, I was like, oh my God. I'm looking at all the sculptures and they all just running around in Pampers. I said, man, the white man is the devil. He took everything, all of the stuff that they had, the tools, They had eyeglasses. They had everything. The white man got this in a glass case locked up, and then he turned around and went and made America's contacts and eyeglasses after. Right. You understand? I'm looking at the natives' invention, and then I'm seeing the white man and how he's making all of the money off of it right now. Any and everybody that need glasses is going to America's contacts and eyeglasses. Something that the white man stole from the natives and made his own, and now he's making, gazillions of dollars. I saw the tools, the hammers and things, all the stuff that they used to build everything that they had, and they turn around, and now I go to Home Depot and I see all the tools on the shelves. I see all of the tools on the shelves that the natives had in this glass case, and to know that the white man came here and stole the land from them, he stole the tools too. So I just think it's kind of ridiculous for and when the brother had told me that about the natives actually celebrating that day, he turned around, sparked something. That's why I looked that shit up. My shop. That's why I looked that shit up. I said, no, brother, I can't. What? The natives is celebrating this? And he told me about the interview and everything he did. I said, oh my God. So I looked that shit up myself, and yes, you have some native Indians that celebrate. Man, we brainwashed here. We have been brainwashed here. We are slaves here to the white man. He is our God. You ain't thanking God for Thanksgiving. You ain't thanking God for that day, for all he's done for you. You thanking the white man for him unaliving you people, stealing the land, raping everybody. You understand? Cutting babies, pregnant women had their bellies cut open, and the baby snatched out of her belly. And who was that? Andrew Jackson? Andrew Jackson did that. Turned around and took the baby by the feet and beat the damn baby head up against a tree until the baby died. And you mean to tell me happy Thanksgiving? You mean to tell me turkey and stuffing, gobble, gobble? Are you kidding? That's insane. So I just wanted the brother to break that down, you know what I'm saying? Because, especially around this time of the year, all of the holidays, all of the most important holidays to American people, you understand? We are at that point. So now, since we just hit the Christmas mark, you understand? And one thing that I always do that we forgot to do, I usually have Officer Bond do this. Officer Marshall, if you could, brother, I want you to look up how much money was made on Thanksgiving here in America, and how much I think he did. You did Thanksgiving, right?
I think I did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Okay. So do Christmas. I know we didn't do Christmas, and then I want you to get me the projection of money the white man plans on making for New Year's. Because he got it laid out, and we do this every holiday. We pull out the statistics, like for instance with Halloween one year made a astronomical amount of money. I want to say 20 million or something like that? I can't remember, but like I said, Bond got the numbers. He know. And brother, it's crazy how here we are, poor as shit in the ghetto, having all kinds of problems, can't pay bills. Matter of fact, we read that article last night, my child, and then Yo Rib got that list together for us about all of the companies that's planning on laying people off. You're not even gonna have a job next month to take care of yourself and your kids. You have to take some of them goddamn toys back. I hope you kept the receipts, and you better hope that they take your return. You better hope they take your return.
It's a lot if I could, sir.
Come on with it.
All right, let me give you some info right now. It says all right, wow. It says the total US Christmas spending for 2025. It says the holiday season on retail and service industry, the average American was expected to spend an average of $1,000, I'll say $1,600 on gifts, travel, and entertainment, right? So it says this year it hit 1.01 trillion to 1.02 trillion. It says in 2025, the first time in history exceeding $1 trillion.
That's how much we spent here in America
1 trillion.
on Christmas. No wonder the white man says it's the most wonderful time of the year.
First time ever.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's 1.1 trillion times of the year. God damn. He made how much money up? 1.1?
1.1 to 1.2 trillion dollars.
1.2 trillion dollars. He just fell asleep counting. He don't remember. He don't remember if it was 1.1 or 1.2. He can't remember. But it's up there. It's somewhere. He fell asleep counting all the goddamn money, and didn't remember if it was 1. Was it 1.1 or 1.2? I forgot. Okay, it doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
It doesn't matter. We got the trillions. They know that. And God damn, Mark, you got to be sick to turn around and hear that. And then every year, Mashallah, he always project. He always project how much he gonna make, and then for some odd reason, it's always more than his projection. I have always been fascinated with that. How he say he guesstimated, say, you know what, I think we're gonna do about 100 mil. And then when he calculate, it's 300. It's 500. It's $1 trillion. This is insane. This is what Black and Hispanic people put in his purse for this Christmas season. Go ahead, Marshall.
Now, I was gonna say, sir, and these gifts this year. I mean, these gifts are not inexpensive these days. I mean, you're getting laptops, you're getting PS5s. You got to get that woman a BBL tummy tuck. You got to get everybody in the house Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Santa Claus got all that in their bag, Cap. He got all that in their bag. You know what I'm saying? But we never focus on anything that helps the Black family. Like, why Santa can't give a Negro a trade or something? You know what I'm saying? Why Santa Claus can't make it to where the black man and the black woman stay in the house together? Why we can't get them type of gift?
You ain't getting that kind of gift.
It's always focusing on money. And like you said, it's 1.1 to 1.2 trillion this year. Oh my goodness, next year is going to be 5 trillion. Probably.
Damn. He's definitely going to push.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to push for a whole 5. If he can get 1.2,
man,
he's pushing for 5.
Get that.
He's pushing. Come on with it, Akar.
Con, sir. If you could, I just been so puzzled about why this time of the year, and why everybody's so excited to celebrate it, but they always equivalent this time of the year with somebody that's done died in their family in the past, but here instead they would still sit up there and celebrate, this day. You understand? And with all the the depression I heard about, brothers, going up in a restaurant, stabbing people, and just all different, type of atrocities and things of that nature occurring during this time of the year. Like, could you got anything on the psychological effect? Because you would think, sir, that if you always got to equivalent death and depression with a day, why would you want to celebrate that?
Absolutely, hey, and look, you on point. And matter of fact, you jumped the gun a little bit. You understand? but you too wild. No, we was absolutely coming to what this oppression does to us here and how it affects us mentally and physically in our bodies. It's causing different ailments and everything. So I got one article that I was gonna read. Let me see. This is from the National Library of Medicine, right? And this thing here, let me see. Okay, now here is the this is in the abstract of this article, right? It says it is widely accepted that SES is a fundamental cause of health inequality. That's not the same way we suffer inequality. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me give you what it says here. The title of it. It says racial discrimination, inflammation, and chronic illness among African American women at midlife. All right. It says support of the weathering perspective. Okay, so then when I start reading the abstract, it says it is widely accepted that SES is a fundamental cause of health inequality. There is evidence, however, that race is also a fundamental cause of disparities in health. So and I'm gonna skip down a little bit. So to the point that what you asking is, why do we take something that's so depressing, something that's so harmful, give us all these bad memories and all of this, right? Why do we continue to celebrate this stuff? And it even break down that too. You understand? So, but this is one thing right here. This is the cause of a lot of our problems here, this oppression that we're suffering, right? And it says in the U.S., now this is in the introduction, right? In the U.S., individuals of color, especially Black Americans, suffer a greater prevalence and earlier onset of chronic illness and disability than other ethnic groups. For instance, Blacks are over twice as likely to develop diabetes or to die of sudden cardiac arrest compared to white Americans. They demonstrate higher rates and earlier onset of elevated blood pressure, arthritis, and cancer. And they are more likely to suffer from wait a minute, hold on. I can't pronounce this word. Comorbidity. I think I got that right. Hopefully I got it. Comorbidity. I can't pronounce this word. And of these conditions, the most prominent race differences in health emerge in middle age, and the mortality rate of middle-aged Black women have actually worsened since 1960. So that's some of that one right there. And then, hold on, let me get the other one real quick. It says, while many factors contribute to mental health issues across all populations, research indicates a strong correlation between experiences of oppression, discrimination, and systematic racism and adverse mental health outcomes in African Americans. The stress associated with these experiences can lead to higher rates of certain conditions. So this place right here is absolutely hell for us. When they say that this is the most wonderful time of the year, not for everybody. Not for everybody. As you can see, that video that we had shared the other day, mashallah, with the little girl, all she wanted for Christmas was her daddy. This place, you understand, us being under our oppressors, which is the so-called white man, and him hating us so. Hating, you know how people say you can either worship the ground somebody walk on, or you can either hate the ground that somebody walk on. They absolutely hate it. You understand? What else they say? They hate our stinking guts. You understand? That's the white man when it comes to us all day long. He makes reasons. I had to argue with a goofball the other day about that video where that white woman took out all of her anger and frustration on that Somalian and called him a nigger.
No.
What was it? Ice cream shop? Wherever she was at, right? I had to argue with a nigga. I said, man, show me the videos. Because what they were saying was white people don't see African American, Somalian, Ethiopian. They don't see these things. He said all they see is black. I said, dude, you got to be retarded. Because if that's the case, why haven't Somalians been discriminated against, pulled out of their car, unalived by police. Why haven't these things happened to them also, since it's just the color of our skin that they see? You understand? If they don't know who they're dealing with, why is it always happening to a Tyrone, a Antoine, a Dante, a Keisha, a Sharmika? You understand? Why is it always us? Since he don't see nothing but color, since he don't know who he dealing with. You understand? The white man absolutely knows who he's dealing with. He know that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the chosen people of God. He knows Somalians are not. He know Ethiopians are not. He know Africans are not. Right. This is why you see a video of her taking out her frustration on him that she got, because guess what? They don't hate Somalians. They don't hate them Somalians, man. You understand? Not like they hate us. Not like they hate. Don't get it twisted. The white man don't love he don't even love himself. Look how he do his own people. You understand? Look at what Commander General Yohana said. He said, well, if you didn't have us to beat on, you would be an animal to yourself. And look at how they used to do their women back in the day. You got so many videos that I bypassed, right, for our shows, Defile Not Thy Child. Do you know how many white men are molesting their children? Do you know that there is some videos out there where white women, white mothers are urging their children, if they ever get lost, to find a black man? Why? Because that white man, I'll probably never see you again. But that black man, he'll make sure you get home. Do you know, brother, that they ridicule a brother online? There was a brother that turned around and, or what they call it, suffered some backlash. He found I believe it was an 8-year-old little girl walking in the extreme cold and snow. And this brother took the time out of his day. He said, oh my God, why is this baby out here? The brother took and made sure the baby got to school safely. And do you know that they ridiculed this brother? They had something negative to say about him because of his comments that he was making while he went live, escorting this child to safety. But white women, they know that, baby, you know what? Look for an Antonio. Look for a DeMarco. You understand? Look for one of those guys. Look for a black guy. And that way I'll see you. I'll see you again. I'll see you again. Like I said, this is insane. This is insane. But somehow we are the worst people ever to live. All of the things that we suffer here in this place, the white man isn't making $1.2 trillion off of the hard work and sweat from white people. This country makes the majority of their money and spends all of the money that they get from Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people. This country is fueled and backed by your dollars. What they call it in my shop, your black dollars. That's what this place is fueled off of. Your black dollars. Not the white dollars. Not those. No, they got Christmas gifts to go buy with that. They got college funds to put up for that. You know, they got nice houses and vacations that they're, you know, planning on going on for that. You understand? It's right. That's what they got. You know, that's what they're doing with their money. They are living their best life while we just made a song about that shit. And matter of fact, I got a couple of videos that I wanted to show too, because I ain't done with Christmas. I ain't done with Santa Claus, fat ass. Talking about sliding down somebody's goddamn chimney. Mashallah has started showing the Christmas spirit and what that Christmas spirit is actually all about. Right? And how evil that spirit runs. It runs rampant through the Black community. It turned around and hit us, boy. OMG. This ain't nothing to where we all just kicking it and having a ball. Okay. A brother here in St. Louis, damn house caught on fire on Christmas Day. The brother lost his whole crib on Christmas. It's all kinds of stuff that's happening. This is the time when the most house fires start because of all of the lights that you got strung out in your yard and over your roof and on the top of it and in your trees and in your bushes. And then you got them lights and shit strung out everywhere. So this is not the most wonderful time of the year for black people, man. And then I'm gonna show you. This is the Christmas spirit. 'Tis the season to be evil. You understand? Not jolly. Because this is what happens in the black community. Mashallah, I thought the song said, all I want for Christmas is my two front teeth, not to knock your two front teeth out your mouth. Because
Right.
that's what's about to happen. Next Christmas, you're going to be wanting a new set of two front teeth. Because you're about to get them knocked out your goddamn mouth sitting here arguing. 'Tis the Christmas spirit right here.
It's like
This
my
is
cousin,
like-
sir.
Come on, Mashallah.
I mean, it's so crazy, man. Our people go put on these stupid outfits, man. Everybody supposed to be happy singing Christmas Carol and drinking eggnog. What's going on?
They supposed to be drinking eggnog.
I mean, what's going on, man? It's supposed to be a jolly time. Everybody, they in Santa suits.
Yeah.
You know, they got the stupid Santa Claus hat on, and you about to kill each other. You about to kill each other, man.
Hey, what he say, Mashallah? Have a holly jolly Christmas. What's wrong with you? You know,
Yeah.
what is wrong with you?
I thought Christmas, you don't have a care in the world. It's all about family getting together and loving one another and being around each other and being in the Christmas spirit. And, hold on. This they say, Cap, be thankful what God gave.
Yeah.
The gifts don't matter. It's the thought that counts, man. Look like y'all about to
family. Time for us to come together.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be having a holly and jolly Christmas. Ain't that what the song say? Have a holly jolly Christmas, right? Don't let us start playing the Temptations Christmas and the Mariah Carey and the Johnny Gill. You understand? Don't start playing those. You understand? To where you already know that. Of course, I ain't with that shit. Of course, it's all evil. But I'm just saying, black folks start singing the song. Because Bing Crosby, when he turned around and saying it's the most wonderful time of the year, that shit, boy, you barely hear that. But you will hear the Temptations and their Christmas CD. You will hear Mariah Carey's. You understand? You will hear black people when they sing because they can blow the roof off a place with their vocals, you know. So, but look, this is the Christmas spirit right here. This is what happens around the holidays. We showed the fights and the tables being brother. You remember that video we played where that one cat took and flipped the whole goddamn buffet table over?
Yeah.
It was Thanksgiving. And everybody got their plates and their forks and their knives and their hand, boy, ready to dig in that turkey and that dressing and them candy yam. You understand? And turn around and that bastard got mad, boy, and flipped the whole goddamn table. The whole family was disappointed.
Right.
I said, damn, Mark. But that's because you're not supposed to be celebrating that shit. Around the holidays, it brings an evil spirit amongst our people. This ain't nothing to where it matches the songs. As you can see, it don't match the songs. Mashallah played a video yesterday where the chick turned around and took the whole pot and bust her cousin upside the goddamn head with the pot. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Cap, shrimp scampi went everywhere.
All that unlawful shit hit the floor. Right along with Big Cuz. You understand? They got knocked upside the head. Big Cuz hit the floor right along with the shrimp scampi. Here go another one. Check this one out. Now first, I want to turn around and I'm gonna read this thing and what it say. So it says here, this is Tanisha Bankston, right? On Christmas Day, said, all I ever wanted was a relationship with my father. Ever since I was a child, but there's always been a void. I just talked to my dad yesterday, and we agreed to meet today and exchange gifts. But I get a text saying we had to get our gifts after Christmas. I asked why, but the message didn't go through. So I felt some type of way. I went to his house to go see him. He came to the door and let me in. I spoke to my dad's wife, Tank, and I asked her what was her problem with me. And she said, I know. I said, I have never done anything to you but respect you. She started cursing me out, calling me a whore, and telling me that's why my kids had different daddies. I said, sometimes that's life. She got up and put her hands on me and pushed me in the face. Then she started yelling at me, telling me I wasn't welcome to her house and kept telling me to get out. I cried because it hurt, but she really showed her true colors. Telling us we're not welcome to her house was wrong and that my dad isn't my dad. Everybody who goes to church aren't really holy. Let me tell you something, sister, baby girl, Miss Tanisha Bankston. And I'm going to tell you this out of love. Anybody that goes to the Christian church is not holy at all. You better listen to me, sister. You better listen to me good. This is what happened when she got there. Check it out.
Y'all finna come out of here, but that's not right. How you gonna let her do that? Look at how she acted. He ain't even did nothing to her. Get him out of here. Ain't nobody. What's wrong with her? How you gonna tell her? Then you got your phone turned off. You my daddy. Get out of here, though. You are my daddy. Get this girl out of here. Come on. How you gonna like get out of here? Then you got your phone turned off. You got you get out. Yeah, because of you. So come on, baby. Don't worry about it. How you gonna act like that? How you gonna act like that? I'm your daughter, no. But I'm your daughter. You don't do no stuff like that. You don't do no stuff like that. Don't worry about him. It ain't right though. Don't worry about it.
Why don't you give love on Christmas Day? It's Christmas, for Christ's sake, right? Why didn't you let the woman is up damn near naked in front of this man's daughter, in front of the grandbaby? You assaulting the mother in front of her child. You understand? Putting your hand on that lady is huffing and puffing. She is really mad. And to go all off on her and say those things that you got different daddies, you know, so your kids got different daddies. He ain't your daddy and all this stuff. Come on, this is an evil black woman, man.
Dang, so like if I
This is an evil black woman, and this brother has no control. A lot of brothers cannot control these monsters, man. A lot of these black women are creatures from the Black Lagoon. It's Christmas, Granny. It's Christmas. Why didn't you welcome everyone into your home? Why didn't you let him? You in the bed, butt ass naked and sleep. Why didn't you let him deal with his? Now again, we're not for Christmas. I'm just talking about this situation. But why didn't you just let him deal with his daughter and the grandbaby? You ain't got to celebrate them. You let him do it. That's his daughter and his grandbaby. Why did you have to get up half naked and go fuck with this lady, Granny? That's because this is the Christmas spirit right here. Go ahead, Michelle.
I was gonna say, sir, you know the song say have a holly jolly Christmas, but then it say just be good for goodness sake or Christmas sake, one of them. I don't know the song, but I know it's somewhere in there, right? He should have been good for goodness sake, because not only did he kick the daughter out, but the little girl got kicked out too. What? She just look at her. She just sitting there. She's like, "Oh, y'all finna put me out too."
Traumatized. The baby is traumatized. She seen this old woman hurt her mother.
Hey, Cap, I'm gonna tell you this one thing that I learned about, when I was in the world. If you run into a Christian with a Christian woman with a moo-moo, that's a creature from the Black Lagoon, like you said, Cap. A Christian with a moo-moo on, boy, them some of the meanest women on the face of this planet Earth, sir. Salaka.
And Salaka, do you know something? Christians actually back in the day took that moo-moo from that was Chinese culture, right? I think they took that moo-moo and tried to make that official Christian women wear.
Oh,
they actually did. They really did that. So some sisters, I love seeing the moo-moo. I love the moo-moo. Oh, moo-moo. You know what I'm saying? Make me want to moo-moo you, girl. But guess what? But like you said, them Christians with them damn things. Oh my God. Boy, you better hope you make it out alive. You understand?
Right.
and technically, that's just a nightgown. Okay. That ain't moo-moo. You understand? Like I said, I like the moo-moos a little bit, my shot. You got to back up off the moo-moo. You understand? You got to back up off the moo-moo.
Yeah.
Because the moo-moo
got it all. Oh my God.
The moo-moo lead to some moochu. You understand?
Right.
So let them wear the moo-moo. You understand? Because daddy want the moochu. Okay.
Right.
Hey, but I get your point though. The woman she's naked, man. This is embarrassing. This is humiliating. This is a shame. You get out of your bed to go fight somebody, all because you don't like them, because you evil as hell. This man is communicating with his daughter, and this woman made him disconnect his phone, turn his phone off. She said a message didn't go through. He done turned his phone off because of this broad, because of this monster that he's living with. You know?
He ain't got a pair of balls on Christmas. God, no.
He ain't got none no day. He ain't got none no day, huh? Not just on Christmas. No. You could tell he ain't got none on no day. Just imagine being in the house.
Got all the balls on the Christmas tree
every day. Being in the house, look, she blocking the door. You don't even want her there. Then you go block the damn door. Like, make your mind up, bitch. You want me to get out or you want me to stay? You know what I'm saying? The man had to grab her to make her move.
Right.
He like, look, get out the way, Bertha. You understand? Whatever her damn name is. Like, this is insane, man. But this is what happens. This is what's happening in the Black community, man. On these holidays, this shit ain't nothing good. Kids ain't going to school. Yeah, they get to tell what type of new shit they got, if they got anything.
Right.
But guess what else they hold on to deep down inside is what this little girl holding on to. All of the hurt. All of the hurt. And we're gonna get straight into it now. You understand? We're gonna get straight into it. Check this out right here. This right here. This was a shame. You talk about defile not thy child, and boy, I'll be damned. Our sisters and some of these men, they are doing it. They are defiling the hell out of these children. All right. So let me play this. Look at this one up. Oh, damn. Did it drop? Okay, hold on.
Dropped off screen.
I got you. Hold on one second. Let me pull it back up. This was insane. All right, we up now. Look at this.
Oh man, come on.
I don't know, man.
Now, this brother, he talking on the video, but look at this shit. Look at this shit. It's insane. And the guy, I'm guessing that's the father. I don't know who this is back there. I'm gonna pause it. But look at this man back there recording this. He's recording this as if the princess is actually coming down the stairs in her grand ball dress. You understand? Like what? I mean, what the? Oh my God! I can't believe that it was a man involved in this. I could not. This reminded me of that. Remember when that brother, that father, turned around and took his son to the prom? He was his son's prom date. In a dress and in a wig, dressed in drag, and this man took, man, I would have never in my life did fuck your prom. You supposed to make daddy proud, nigga, and turn around and find you a nice little date, little young sister, so we can get you a nice little suit. We know you want to dress up. She gonna be dressed up. We gonna rent you a nice little. What y'all want to what kind of car they rent?
Charger, Challenger, something.
Charger, Challenger. We're gonna rent you one of them. You understand? I want to turn around and be proud of my son, not take this faggot to no goddamn prom. Are you crazy? I will disown my children. Any one of my sons come home a punk, I never want to see you again. And I don't give a damn how you and nobody else feel about it. Same with my daughters. You come home a carpet muncher, I don't never want to see you again. It won't matter to me if I never see you again. This right here, and this kid is young. He's about 10, maybe. You understand? This kid is about 10 years old. So we know that this guy here has to be a punk too.
Gotta be.
Him to be sitting here celebrating this mess. That father that took his doggone son to the prom, I believe he's a punk too. Because how are you encouraging that mess? When if any and everybody know anything about punks, is the majority of them have been molested. Almost all of them have been molested. And here you are encouraging two evils in one. The Lord said, not for our sons to be a homosexual. Carl, get this scripture for me, y'all.
Say it again, sir.
I was telling Officer Carl, he's still on?
Yeah,
Come, sir.
All right, grab this scripture for me, y'all. Get Deuteronomy 23 and 17 for me.
Come.
Go ahead, you got it.
Come, sir.
Come on.
Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel. Stop
right there. So this is for our sons and our daughters. This scripture right here pertaining to how we should be raising our children. And this is poor parenting right here. This is horrible for a mother to encourage this. I got another video that I was going to play, but I ain't going to play that one, right? Because we're going to roll through so we can get through everything on time. But I got another video where the sister, the caption that she made, a matter of fact, I'm going to save it to after he read this for the sons. But for our sons and our daughters, there is a certain way that the Lord said to raise them both. And guess what? The only way is straight. That's it. That's the only way that God said for us to raise our children, not to defile them like this, to give your son one of your purses, to give him a pair of your shades. Let me tell y'all something, man. I love my daddy so much. That nigga was my hero. Do you know what I used to play with? I used to play with my daddy gold chains. That nigga had a whole bunch of jewelry. You understand? That nigga had a whole bunch of rings. I used to put my daddy big ass rings on my little bitty fingers. And I was walking around the house like I was my daddy. I used to sneak and do this when my daddy would be asleep or he'd be gone. I would go in his room and I would put my feet in his big ass size 12 shoe. I ain't walk around in my mama heels like what's that basketball player name?
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade. I ain't walk around in my mama heels. Fuck that. I wanted to be like my daddy. I used to take my daddy pick and shit. He had picks and combs. I used to want to be just like my goddamn daddy. I ain't had that much hair back then. I ain't got that much hair now either. But I used to take my daddy picks, boy, and turn around acting like I'm picking my hair like my daddy would be picking his hair like I see him do in the morning. You understand? My daddy used to smell good, boy. He used to have on that cologne. I used to spray that shit on me. I wanted to be like my daddy. I wasn't picking up my mama accessories and putting that shit on my wrist. I wore my daddy bracelet. He had Drake on his damn on his bracelet. I used to love putting that on. Man had a Rolex watch. I used to love putting that on. Rolex be flipping all around my damn wrist, but I had it on though. The thing used to slide all the way back up here. That's how big it was. But I used to put my daddy Rolex on, you hear me? And that thing would drop all the way down to my damn elbow. But guess what? I was stunned like my daddy in that. I wasn't wearing stuff like my mama. I wasn't doing that. And this is extremely sick for anybody to do. For this punk ass man to be by the door recording this shit as if this is cute, and for this bitch to be turning around and recording this as if this is cute, man. This is horrible. So no whore, none of our women supposed to be getting passed around, being transactional, being lesbian, having 9 baby daddies, getting in and out of everybody's bed, having exes and bays and boos and all that. You're only supposed to be one goddamn man your whole life. Thus saith the Lord. It's in the Bible. Our women, guess what? They are so sweet and so precious. None of them should be whores. God said that that's a law for us. And so none of our daughters to be whores. Keep reading up.
Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Nor the sodomite of the sons of Israel. And who are the sons and daughters of Israel? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Black children should not be sodomites. And the word sodomite in the Bible, back in Israelite culture, was a homosexual. That's what a sodomite was. And that's what a sodomite is to this day. Even though the white man in the Webster's dictionary, he's changed the definition of the words. And it means a person who likes anal and oral sex. A sodomite is what you are witnessing right here out of this little boy. They are making this little boy, and I'm sure somebody did something to him. I'm sure somebody did. It might be the nigga that's standing by the goddamn door recording him twirl around the steps. It could be him. While you sitting here recording this shit as if this is cute. This is ridiculous, man. The other video that I got is a video where the sister on the caption, she said, "Don't need none of my baby daddies. All my children gonna be straight." That's what the captions say. And you know how they do that duck walk to that one song, the introduction, that womp, 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 womp. Womp, 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 womp. That's the song that she playing. She turned around and started walking through, and she twerking and twirling that big old booty. And then here come her sons doing the same goddamn thing, twerking their butts like they goddamn women. No, your sons ain't gonna be straight. They already sissies. Talking about they gonna be straight. No, the hell they not. Not following you. We're not supposed to be doing this shit to our kids, man. This is insane. Who could actually do this to their son? Who that claims to love their child would actually do this to their baby, man? To turn around and have this little boy dressed up like he is a girl. I seen a post that a sister made, had dressed her son up and said, "This is the daughter that I always wanted." No, bitch, go back in the bed and get another baby and have a girl. Not make a girl out this little boy. When I saw that, mashallah, I damn near threw the goddamn phone out. I damn near threw the phone, brother.
You know they say, Cap.
Go ahead.
You know what they say? They say God made them that way.
Oh, yeah, but it's actually you. It's actually the two people recording, the two adults in that video.
Right.
They are the ones that made him that way. God didn't do that. What they say, God don't make no mistakes. He didn't. He didn't, and he don't. When you came out with a penis, you are a boy.
Right.
And when you get old enough to desire someone to be with and have sex with, it's supposed to be a girl. And vice versa. If you were born with a little bit JJ, you are a girl. What they call it? A cookie. That's what they call a cookie for the little girl when they little.
Right.
I heard sisters say your cookie. You understand? It's a cute little way to describe what the baby has there. And guess what? That little cookie is not supposed to be crumbled until she becomes an adult. And then when she decides on being with someone, it's supposed to be a boy. Once she becomes an adult, it's supposed to be a boy. And you know who we have to blame for all of this? Christianity. Christianity.
Oh,
Christianity is what tells you that what you say, mashallah, they say, hey, God made me this way.
That's great.
God made me this way. So in other words, ain't nothing I can do about it.
Right.
Pull up that first article, mashallah. Get them two articles. And then let's read and then I'm gonna get these next videos ready. Because we even got the rapper Blueface and his mama. You understand? Talk about defiling not thy child. Even when he becomes an adult, you shouldn't do it. You understand? This was insane. Even witness what this man said, you know, about his mother. This was insane. And then some of the things that his mother even did in return. Like, this is ridiculous. This woman should be ashamed of herself. You understand? What'd you say, my child?
You said the one about the substitute teacher?
Kyle, yeah, read them two articles and then we're gonna go with the next one.
Okay, come on. It says 29-year-old LaDeja from Florida was substitute teaching a middle school. Substitute teaching a middle school when she encouraged the kids to take their fight outside. The kids went outside and formed a circle around the fighters when LaDeja told them to start fighting. The fight was recorded by multiple students from the school. LaDeja was arrested at her apartment last night and charged with 2 counts of felony child neglect and 2 misdemeanor counts of contributing to the delinquency of a child.
Mm-hmm. That's what happened with this sister. We defile not thy child. That's the reason that it's called this. You understand? Because we are not supposed to be defiling our children in no type of way. We're not supposed to be mistreating them at all. And I'm gonna give you the scripture on that. Go, a call. Give me
So like if I could, Cap.
6. One second. Let me get a brother description. Then you got it. I believe it's Ephesians 6 and verse 4. Grab that for me. Go ahead, Masha.
Now I wanted to put this picture on the screen, sir, because this is crazy right here.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. I don't know if I can make it no bigger. But she out there teaching. Yeah, she got a black eye.
Yeah, he told that black eye. Yeah. Yeah, she was out there fighting with the kids. Yeah.
She got a black eye damn self. What the hell is going on? Oh,
I noticed that too. I noticed that too. Yeah. She got the black eye too. She went out there and got right in the shenanigans with the kids. You the teacher. You were supposed to get up and break this. Well, I know it's different protocols to breaking up fights. You know what I'm saying? I know that some teachers they're not supposed to lay their hands on kids and break up fights. I believe they encourage the teachers not to break up fights. You understand? Because it could become a liability on the teacher to where the child can sit here and say, you broke my arm. You understand? When you know, all you was trying to do was break up the madness, you know. So I do know that there's fine lines that teachers, you know, have to abide by, different rules, but you at least hit the button and get the security in there.
Right.
You at least do that, not come on some, hey, take that shit outside. Bitch, you ain't at home. What's wrong with you? You at work. And you telling them take the fight outside, and then you go join the goddamn fight. We went and joined the fight, Akim. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy, but this is what the Bible says about this type of behavior, man. Read that for me, Akim.
Come. So you said it was Ephesians 6 and
verse 4. I believe that's the one.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath.
And guess what? This is talking about mothers too. Just because it's saying fathers, it don't mean just the men alone. You understand? But this is who the children belonged to back in the day. It was the father, it wasn't the mother. It was the white man's bright idea to separate the family and give the children to the mother, because he know that would ultimately destroy those children. And that's why he made programs such as the school to prison pipeline. That's what he created behind our children, because he know that you're not going to be successful. All that bullshit that you dreamed of, your child growing up to be a productive citizen and being a lawyer and being a doctor and being an EMT or driving a boat or driving a plane, yeah, that was just your dream. But that ain't white man's dream for your children. His dream is to have them in all orange. That's what his dream is for our children. To have them in all orange. And I'm talking about that jumpsuit that they give you in prison. Some of them, what prison is that where they make you put on pink? You recall what prison that is? It's a prison. I forgot which one it is, but one of those prisons make you put on pink. You understand? You put on a pink jumpsuit. But you know what Commanding General Yohana's dream for your children is? To be a soldier up under him in the ISUPK and put on all black. You understand? For princesses to put on pretty dresses and head wraps. You understand? And humble themselves and be just as sweet as they could possibly be up under him. Not going to prison. You know what I'm saying? Not going to jail putting on no all orange jumpsuit. He wants your sons in all black. That's what we want your sons in, to where we can raise them up to be soldiers, to where they won't be criminals. You understand? To where they turn around and instead of going to jail, you know where they going? They going to class. They coming to learn God's laws, and they're keeping them. Instead of taking that pipeline, being bad in class, and then they turn around and call the police on you, and they come lock you up. Like so many stories that we have done over and over and over again, to where our children, that story, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget the pictures that I seen of this white animal that took this little sister, right? I forgot the class, but you know, we got the article. I know pretty much everybody probably remember this story. There was a little sister that had just lost their either mother or grandmother. I can't remember which one it was. But I think it was either her mother. I think it was her mother. I think her mother had passed away. And the child was totally disconnected in class. She was on her phone. The teacher didn't even have enough compassion on this baby to say, you know what? She did just lose her mother. I ain't even gonna bother her. You understand? If any of the other students was to say anything to me about her, I would tell the other students, mind your business, please. She's fine. And then I would talk to the baby after class. You know, try to tell the baby, listen, I know you're going through something, you lost your mama, this and that, you know, but just you try to keep your phone away if you can. You know, we're still not supposed to have our phones in class. And you see the other kids want to have a phone in class now. So in a minute, I'm gonna have a whole classroom of fucking phones instead of students. You understand? I would try to talk to the baby, not call the security. They call security, and at this school, they got the security guard is regular police officer. And the police officer came in that room and told her, put your phone away. Put your phone away. Put your phone away. She's grieving. She just lost her mother. And that animal flipped that baby over in that goddamn desk, man. When I saw that video, I could have snatched him through the fucking phone. I could have snatched that white bastard through the phone. I couldn't have been that teacher, man, to watch that. Because there would have been two people getting escorted out that class that day. Me and her. Because I would have flipped that motherfucking cop right over that goddamn desk after I see him do that to that child. That the teacher is full aware of the damn girl losing her mother. You ain't got no compassion on this. I think she was like 13 or 14. She's a child. And the teacher had no compassion. And you know that white cop had no compassion for that nigger child. Turn around and flip that baby over in that desk. I was so goddamn pissed. Oh, I was so pissed. And I really hate what I see here that's happening to my people. I have a sister that always asks me. She on Facebook and everybody know her. Everybody know her. You know who I'm talking about, my Shala. Sister Christy. You understand? She always used to ask me. She used to say, why don't y'all just pray that Jesus come back and save y'all so y'all can get out of here? Why y'all suffering since y'all got it right? I had to correct her. I said, you know what? One thing that we're not doing is we're not suffering. We're not suffering in the ISUPK. We actually serve the Lord. Right. But what does that have to do with what I'm witnessing my people go through?
Right.
You know, I'm seeing what they go through. I feel their pain. That pissed me off. I went into full daddy mode and I'm just watching the video on my phone. Because I would have broke somebody's neck had I have seen them do my child that way. I was so mad I could have took that devil by his goddamn, if my hand would have fit through my phone and grabbed his neck, I pulled his ass through that phone out and I stomped the shit out of him for what I saw him do to that goddamn girl.
It's a lot if I could, sir.
Come on with it.
It's just a quick question because I've been hearing this come up a little bit too. So why do the white police, they always got to go to this sensitivity training? Why black people don't never have to go to sensitivity training? We don't never have to go to sensitivity training. You know what I'm saying? It's never all these white people having to go to some type of sensitivity training because you don't have no damn compassion. You don't have no sensitivity. Yeah. They spend millions and millions of dollars a year to send people to sensitivity training classes. White people. That's for them. It ain't for black people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. That's a fact, Mahershala. You don't never see black cops having to go to sensitivity training. Because we already have compassion.
Right.
We already know that the person that we are dealing with is a human being, just like myself. General Haas talk about it all the time. What's a cold general, boy? General Haas was a bad man, boy. And he used to be a cop. And he turned around and met Commander Jimmy Hanna, learned the truth, and he left that. Damn right, and he tells his stories all the time. And I think that they are absolutely amazing. To where this brother turned around and was told to follow the protocol and start abusing black people like what every other cop does. They wanted him to fall in line, but he didn't do it. He said it was several times to where because of his training and because I'm telling you, that man, that's a bad man with them hands. You understand? I done heard the different stories about General Haas. I don't think you want to play with him. You understand? But this man turned around and he done been in gun battles and all kinds of, he had guns pointed at him, busted at him and all kind of stuff. And this man dismantled this brother or whoever with his hands. You understand? He didn't even have to pull the pistol.
Right.
So I know if that brother could do it, you know who else could do it? White people could, if they turn around and had some compassion.
Right.
If they didn't need that sensitivity training, because even after the training, it don't work. But if they had something built inside of them that would make them sensitive to another person having feelings, and you mistreating them, and they might not want to be mistreated, then you might not do some of the stuff that you do. But guess what? That's something that you just don't have inside of you, Mr. White Man. You don't have any compassion, especially for black people.
Right.
Especially for that little black girl. Boy, I'm telling you, that pissed me off. That pissed me off. So the different things that we are suffering here, I used to tell Christy all the time. Sis, I don't want to leave here without my family. Those people that you talking about that got it wrong, they still my family. Right. And I'm not in such a rush. Oh, Jesus, please come take me now. Oh, I can't take it. I ain't no bitch.
Right.
Commander General raised me to be a soldier. And we're going to stand here with our people until we get out of here. We came in here together. Guess how we're going to get out of here? Not separately.
Right.
No, together. We're going to leave here together. That's the only way. That's the only way. And guess what? Until you parents learn how to treat your goddamn children, you understand? You're going to have problems. You're going to have problems. They are going to be your headache and not your doggone peace, like what you want. They're not going to turn around and make you so proud. I had a cousin. Well, I still got a cousin. I'm sorry. I said I had a cousin. I got a cousin that called me one day, boy, crying, because she found out her son was gay. You know what I did? I told her, I say, cuz, let me talk to him. She said, no, and no. She said, brother, I know you go hard, cuz. She said, and I don't want you to send him over the edge. That's what she told me. She didn't want me to talk to her because he might go over the edge then talking to me. I said, cuz, he might snap out of it. You understand? That's what he might do.
Right.
She was crying. She was hurt. She said, I want grandchildren. This is her only son. And now she will never have grandchildren. And she wants one so bad before she leaves this place. She wants a little grandbaby that she can spoil rotten. She can send to, take to the store and the mall and spend money on. She wants to do this. But she can't have one because her son is a punk. She accepted it. So now her dreams will not come true. Her dreams of being a granny or a nana or a meemaw, whatever they call, what they call them, what they call the grandma. Meemaw.
Meemaw.
You ain't finna be one.
Yeah.
Because you have accepted it. You understand? And this is what the Bible said. Even you accepting that gay mess is provoking your children to wrath. You don't even understand it, but you are. Go ahead, read that again for the top. All
right, Colonel Khan, sir. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 4. And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord.
Bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. We are not supposed to be mistreating our children in no way, shape, form, or fashion. We are not supposed to be physically abusing them, verbally abusing them, sexually abusing them. I got a video of a father that molested all of his goddamn children. So disgusting. You are a father. Why are you doing this to your babies? Your baby is supposed to one day grow up and be just as beautiful as her mother is. Well, was by that time, because you know that's the cycle of life that a lot of our people don't understand. That doggone apple turn around and come off that tree. Ooh, it's such a beautiful, big, red, honey crisp apple. I love honey crisp, by the way. Y'all can tell, right? The big honey crisp apple. And when you bite into it and you finish it, you get seeds. And what happens to that damn thing, round nose seed? It turns brown and get ugly. And then it rots. You understand? But what you do with the seeds is you take it, throw it in the ground, and then guess what else comes for it? Another big, red, juicy apple. That's the cycle of life. You understand? These mothers, guess what? They have daughters. And mama is so pretty. She's so beautiful. She's so rich and thick and chocolate or caramel, butter, pecan, whatever flavor you like. We got 12 scoops. You understand? We got 12 scoops of flavor. So whatever flavor you like, Israel got it, right? So then, guess what? She has a daughter. And her daughter is just supposed to be as beautiful as she is one day once she becomes an adult. But guess what, Daddy? Her beauty, your daughter's beauty, is for somebody else. For her husband once she become of age. Once she's ready for a husband. My daughters, Lord have mercy. God knew, he knew I ain't want no girl. And I got 6 of them. I was praying. I ain't gonna lie in the world, but I was praying. Oh, Lord, give me all boys. Yes. You understand? Right. I wanted all sons so we could run the planet Earth and St. Louis, Missouri. I wanted to run St. Louis, Missouri and the planet Earth. And I wanted all sons. And boy, I got 6 girls. Lord have mercy. You understand? I got 6 girls, and they are all just as beautiful as their mothers. But guess what? Never have I ever looked upon my daughter's beauty for myself. You understand? I recognize how beautiful my daughters are. They're very beautiful, very pretty. But one day I'm gonna find them a husband. That's what the goal is. But not for this father. We're gonna play the video. This father took his daughters. That was disgusting. That was terrible. It's a goddamn shame. We are supposed to be raising our children up in the nurture and the admonition of Christ. You understand? Not turn around and defile them in no type of way. Children are to be protected, not defiled, man. And you parents out there that's disgusting, you understand, as you can be, you need to change your ways. A lot of people shouldn't even be parents. I'm gonna just tell you that.
Go on, sir.
A lot of folks shouldn't even have babies. Shouldn't even have children. You don't even know how to fuck to raise them. You letting your goddamn boyfriend hurt them. There's a baby here in St. Louis. The young brother took and unalived the damn baby, man. What was it, 2 months old or something like that? I forgot how old. That's one of the articles we got. The brother took the little baby. This is his woman baby. This ain't even his baby. And that has happened here in St. Louis a lot. I grew up with a cat that turned around and he shook his woman's baby to death. He shook that woman's baby to death, got 25 years, got out, started reaching out to my cousin, because I never hung with this particular cat and this group of friends that my cousin did, right? And my cousin hit me up and told me, he said, man, that nigga done got out of jail. I said, yeah. He said, yeah. He said, but I don't know what he calling me for, nigga. I got kids. My cousin never forgot, even though it was 25 years ago, he still got a little kid. And he remembered what this brother did to that sister baby by shaking her until she was unalive. He said, oh, no, I ain't hanging with you. That's what he said. No, I ain't hanging with you. So we are not supposed to be defiling our children in no type of way. Now let me show you this is the post that I saw with Blueface that really had me. I was like, why on earth is this even a post for this brother? Like, why is he even having to say this? Right? This is what the post said. It says, it's sad that he had to even post this. Some of these moms be weird, shaking my head. That's the sister Shalakima. I believe that's her name. Shalakimia. So this is a picture of Blueface and his mother, right? And this is what the post says. It says, Mom, we can never have sex. I'm not into that. Please stop being so invested in the women I'm laying down with. It's kind of weird, like you jealous or some. We can never lay down together. You not my type. I thought this was horrible. This was disgusting. Like, what is he going through? What is she going through for this man to even make this a post? Huh? For this to even be a post, for him to say, Mom, we not having sex? Arlette White never approached me in that way. And that's my mama. And she ain't letting nobody else approach me in that way. And I thank God about that. That's one reason why I said some of you parents shouldn't even be parents. You shouldn't even have kids. You shouldn't even have children. Because look at what's happening. This is terrible for this man to have to say this about his mama. By Charlotte, my mama never made me feel weird at all. Do you understand?
Right.
That never made me feel weird like she was going to do something to me. She ain't never make no sick comments to where I'm looking at my, like, what the fuck? Like, lady, you my mama. What's wrong with you? I never had that feeling. Now, and I thank God about that. Even though my mother was in the world just like his mama. But that's one thing that my mama didn't play. She didn't play that. She wasn't into that. She definitely wasn't into that. I never had to say that to my mama. And I can only imagine how this feel for this man to have to tell his mama that. For him to have to tell his mama we not having sex. So what I did was I looked into it a little bit. I'm like, why is this? Why do he feel this way? Why do this man feel like his mama coming on to him? You know, when you say coming on to somebody, you know what I think of? I think of some thick, beautiful, sexy stranger that I want to get to know. You understand? That's what I think of when I hear something about some sex.
Right.
When I think about sex, it's about a woman that I want to make mine, and I want to do some things. I want to take her to Pound Town. I ain't thinking about sex with my mama. So I said, man, what is this brother actually going through? Like, what is making him say these things? And these are some of the videos that this lady was putting out online, right? Here's one video that this lady, this is Blueface mama. And it says, Blueface mama reminding us she's still a munch. I know that's right, ain't she? This is something that's encouraging this shit. What? I'm gonna mute it. When at this point you are a mother. And why are you doing it? Why are you showing your only skill for everybody on social media and in the world to see that you have? Why are you doing this? I said, yeah, I can kind of see where Blueface coming from now. I can see where this brother is coming from now, because this ain't right. Arlette White never put no video out there like this of herself. She never turned around and humiliated her, my father, my stepfather, you understand, or me and my brother in no type of way. And I thank God for that. My mama went online doing this kind of mess. Everybody didn't know my mama as being a 304. Everybody didn't know what my mama munched like. You understand? This is disgusting, man. This lady is terrible. whatever you do to your man, that shit is supposed to be private. That shit is supposed to be just for you and your man to know. Not everybody on social media. She did another video. I can't even play. I don't want to play it because I know sometimes we be having kids watching these videos. But the lady took and she said to her son, she letting him know and the world know that, yeah, I'm aging gracefully. Look at these sour melons. She turned around and lifted the shirt up and got to squeezing them and rubbing them and twirling them around. She had to show everybody what them breasts is looking like. And I said, damn, I see it a little more now. I can see what Blueface is talking about. And here's a video, an interview that him and her had, right? And this was totally, this was terrible. This whole thing was horrible. This was terrible. Let me put this on the screen. Hold on one second. Yeah, this was insane. What this broad was doing.
Yeah, if I could, sir. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Come on with it. Go ahead.
No, what I was gonna say, I if I could, I've seen it's some type of disorder or complex where, you know, where these single mothers they start to you know, since they can't keep a man around, they start they start to having an attraction and an affection for their own son. You know what I'm saying? And it just they end up falling in love with their own damn son. You know what I'm saying? And you know, in some cases, it don't go to the extent to where they end up having sex, but it'll go to the extent. Yeah, that's what I say. It's some do go to the extent. Not in all cases. In some cases, they become very controlling of your life. They start to choose everything that you do, what car you drive, what woman you go out with, where you stay, what you eat. Like she's treating you like her man. Like and you like mom. And this Blueface probably like, mom, back up a minute. Like, you know what I'm saying? Back up. Not knowing his mother has a complex and she wants to be with you. Like it's crazy. Sir. It's crazy.
It is, and that's horrible, man. That's horrible. And this place has done this to this sister and to a lot of our sisters. I got a video where two Ishmaelites, they turned around, the mother confessed her love for her son, and then the son turned around and confessed his love for his mama. And now they are in a relationship together. I said, oh, MG. I just don't understand that type of mother and son relationship. The type of relationship that I had with my mother was not one of any type of sexual nature. I never wanted to see my mother naked. I remember one time, right? I turned around and came home and got my ass cussed clean the F out, right? Because I started going in my mama's room and heard my stepfather was in there and they was laying down and they was naked. You understand? And my mama quick fast and like, shut that motherfucking door. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want me to see her like that. And I never saw her like that. I never saw my father like that. I never saw my stepfather like that. I love that man. You understand? AJ, he was cool, brother. He treated me just like he did my little brother, his own son. That man never did anything sick to me, never mistreated me in any type of way. I actually love the brother, man. He's a decent brother. You understand? And she didn't want me to see them like that. They weren't doing anything. They were just laying. That's how couples do. That's what relationships are. Relationships are intimate. And guess what? You do intimate things sometimes. And boy, she cussed me clean the hell. I was coming from school and I'm mama. So I forgot what happened. It was whatever it was. And however old I think I was about 7 or 8. And boy, she cussed me out for not knocking on that door. For her, I'm just coming in. I'm excited about telling her whatever it was. and I got cussed out. Why? Because my mama didn't want to see. My mama wasn't on no internet. She wasn't walking around the house to where I could see her body. She wasn't walking around showing everybody them things, talking about how well she's aging, how gracefully them things look. It wasn't for me. That's my mama. You understand? That's ridiculous. But this brother, he is having to shut his mother's what you call it, complex. He's having to shut his mother's complex down. Go ahead, Mike Shalom.
Now I was gonna say, sir, you know, this tale right here is as old as time, because we just talked about it the other day when you know what I'm saying. You know, we always follow the ways of the heathen. This is when Nimrod, you know, married his own mother. You know what I'm saying, and that's where you get this whole Christmas tree story and all this stupid holiday coming up. Is because of these. This is what the heathens did back in the day. They married their own mothers.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, they did.
So this is just some of the. This is just, you know, we try to follow these people and think we end up in a better situation, but it just continues to destroy us, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Brother, get Leviticus 18 and I believe 6 for me.
If I could, sir.
Go ahead,
sir. Benji Mays, hey Benji Mays, I'll put the chat in the link if you want to come up, brother, and you know, express your thoughts on the show. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. Let me drop this in the chat real quick, Cap. See if he man enough to join.
I ain't put it in the chat yet.
That was
yeah, you did, but
that's all right. I got it right here. I'll put it in there. Yeah, I see they comment.
Okay, come on, sir. Yeah, Benji, man.
Go ahead.
What was that again? It was Leviticus
18 and verse 6.
Come. Leviticus chapter 18, verse 6. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him.
Stop right there. That right there. The near of kin to you. The Lord said, none of you shall approach the near kin. This is your very own child. How near to kin is that? To where you gave birth to this boy. What they say in the hood, back in the day, I brought you in this world and I'll take you out. Boy, that shit used to be funny as hell. I used to hear that, and I'll be like, take me out. Wait a minute, for what? You know what I'm saying? Why you want to take me out of here? I ain't even do nothing. You know what I'm saying? What they say back in I ain't even do nothing. You understand? But they used to say that a lot back in the day. Boy, I brought you in this world and I'll take you out. I brought you in this world for Christ's sake. I definitely don't want to do nothing sick to you. And the Lord said, this is in his laws, to make sure you don't do nothing sick to your children. He gave you a law behind it. Why? Because the heathens were doing this. My Charlotte just said it. The heathen were doing this. And this is why the Lord, I'm going to give you another scripture real quick. My Charlotte, get this one for me.
Go ahead,
sir. All right, give me Exodus 11, and I think it's verse 6. No, verse 7. Verse 7. Give me Exodus 11, verse 7.
Come on, sir. In the book of Exodus, chapter 11 and verse 7. Mm-hmm. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between Egyptians and Israel.
Okay, so the Lord put a difference between them Africans, that's who the Egyptians are, and the Israelites, that's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So the Lord is putting a clear difference. While they're in Africa, that's part of their culture, especially for royalty. While you Negroes is walking around with that Queen Nefertiti head on y'all chain and thinking that y'all a king, a pharaoh in Africa and all of that shit, those people of royalty, they kept it in the family. They kept it in the family. They didn't turn around and say, you know what? I'm just going to leave you all of my possessions so we can keep that in the family. No, they married within the family.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they kept it in the family. By them saying, hey, we're rich. You know what? We don't want this to go nowhere else. So I'm gonna marry my son, marry my daughter, so that way our inheritance stays among us. That's not how we get down, Israel. This shit that we said against Blueface and his mama, this should not be. This should not be. And I see the weirdo. He don't want to come on the stage.
Yeah, come on, sir. If I could add in, sir. See, we use it as an analogy. You know, we gonna keep it in the family. You know what I'm saying? If I got this nice ass car count, I'm gonna pass it on down to my son. I'm gonna keep it in the family. These nasty Egyptians was doing it literally. They was keeping it in the family. They was having babies by each other, big head, waterhead babies by each other.
Yes, absolutely. Those mud hutting, doodle eating Africans kept it in their family by marrying their children. That is while Benji's talking about the conversation is sick and disgusting. If our people weren't acting like heathens, you understand, and was able to keep God's laws like what we read, this wouldn't be a goddamn conversation. But since it is, we're going to have the conversation. We're not scared like you. You understand? And if I am mistaken, I think that's the same weirdo Benji from Clubhouse. It's the same drug addict Benji from Clubhouse. You understand? That's who that is. I believe that's him.
Okay.
I don't know. That's who I think that is. The one that admits he gets high all day, every day. He a dope fiend, probably because he got molested as a child. That's probably why he's such a drug addict. I believe somebody defiled him as a child. And he don't know this is a conversation that he need to be in so he can get him some help for his sickness and his drugs. You understand? We got the help for him in here. Okay. So let me play a little bit of the video real quick, and brother, I'm gonna have you come back to that scripture. All right. So hold that. So this is the interview with Blueface and his mama that they had, the sit down that they had.
Ever use a mother lie, and now one of them niggas stepped up and said they hit this. Use a goddamn lie. So what are you saying?
Did you see the face that he just gave? He moved the camera from off of her so that you could see his face, like he is shocked. Like, why is my mama talking to me about this? Why is she talking like that? You understand? This ain't no conversation. Yeah, it's okay to have a conversation with your child about the birds and the bees, right? There's a fine line though. That don't know, especially no son. I don't want to, man, listen, I didn't even care about my mama's love life. I didn't even care about it. I definitely don't want to talk about it. I just thank God she wasn't no extreme whore and had men running in and out the house so that nobody could do something that they ain't supposed to be doing to me and my little brother. I thank God for that part. You understand? But like the brother Kamawal just said, he said he wouldn't be surprised if it come out if she did something to him when he was little. I'm leaning that way to it's a possibility.
Jonathan?
Saying I needed to be a mother, not a networker, not a baddie, not a squawker.
I'm not about to let nobody in no club jump on my back over no gate.
Blueface.
Okay, so right here, you see what he said? Blueface said you need to be a mother, not a baddie, not all this other mess that you out here trying to portray on the internet. You are a mother. And guess what? None of our sisters should be baddies because that shit is ridiculous. When I turned around and watched the clip of because it came on my Facebook feed, And I watched the clip of the baddies. And I was like, this will make you bad because you hoes can fight. Like I don't. That don't excite me. You understand? Watching two women box. That's not a turn on for me.
Right.
You understand? I want to see my woman going in the kitchen making daddy a plate. You understand? I want to smack on that big old booty of hers. Baby, go get me a beer out the refrigerator and smack on that. I want to watch her walk. You understand? I want to watch that walk as she go get what I ask her for. Like, damn. You understand? I don't want to see two hoes windmilling the shit out of each other. I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Busting each other. What they say, leaking. I don't want to see you leaking. I don't want your eye fat and black. Like what the? I never understood that. When I saw that baddie shit, I'm like, no, this ain't baddie. This is bad. That's what this is. This is bad. This ain't baddies right here. You know what I mean? But finish that scripture. Go back to it. Read it from the top for me in Leviticus. Take your mic off mute. You're on mute, brother.
You're on mute.
It's all right. No sweat.
Salakia.
Ain't no sweat.
Leviticus chapter 18, verse 6. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him to uncover their nakedness.
All right. Keep going.
I am the Most High.
Damn right. All right. Now read verse 7. Now I start breaking down the near kin that you're not supposed to be touching in such a way. Go ahead.
Come. Leviticus chapter 18, verse 7. The nakedness of thy father.
So your father. Wait a minute. I think it's one more line. Read it.
Or the nakedness of thy mother.
Okay, so your father or your mother. You are not supposed to get turned on by them. You are not supposed to approach them and see their nakedness. This is talking about their naked body. To have sex with them. You are not supposed to see that. You are not supposed to see them naked at all, period. They're supposed to have on clothes anytime you run into your mama or your daddy. Any brother or any sister that you see, you understand? You're not supposed to see their nakedness. Of course, if it's your wife or your husband, then that nakedness, that's for y'all. Y'all nakedness is for each other because you are husband and wife. You two have become one. So you can very well see your husband or your wife's nakedness. But your brother or your sisters, your father or your mother, no. Keep reading.
Come. She is thy slakia. Shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother.
That's your mama, for Christ's sake. Ain't that what they like to say out there, Hakim?
Okay.
She's your mother for Christ's sake. It's your father for Christ's sake. But why don't, for Christ's sake, you stop looking at her? Go ahead.
Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
Keep going.
That's it on that. Verse 8. Verse 8. The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover.
You're not even supposed to be looking at your stepmama. Right? You're not even supposed to be looking at her to uncover her nakedness. Keep going.
It is thy father's nakedness.
That woman belongs to him. You ain't supposed to be seeing what she working with. Keep going.
The nakedness, verse 9. The nakedness of thy sister. The daughter of thy father. Or daughter of thy mother. Whether she be born at home or born abroad. Even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover.
So your sister, no matter whether she on your mother's side or your father's side. That's your sister, for Christ's sake. Why are you looking at your sister? You used to protect her from little boys on the playground and at school. Why in the hell would you defile her? That's disgusting and that's shameful and that's sick. You understand? That's sick, man. Keep going.
Verse 10, the nakedness of thy son's daughter,
Mm-hmm.
or of thy daughter's daughter,
Mm-hmm.
even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover.
So when it's saying your son's daughter or your daughter's daughter, this is talking about your grandkids, right? Don't uncover their nakedness. Don't you be a nasty ass granny and try to defile the goddamn grandbabies. Don't do it. The Lord got all T's crossed and all I's dotted. You understand? To where this should never take place in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community. We should never do this to our children, man. We should never turn around and look at our son and have this complex to where you can't keep a man so bad. The only man you could turn to is your damn son. Learn how to keep a man. It ain't that goddamn hard. What did my girl China Monet say? She said, cook, clean, fuck, and shut up. Don't nobody want to hear your badass attitude all motherfucking day. Be quiet. Was you ever told as a child, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, to shut your motherfucking mouth? You ain't always got to show your attitude and display how mad and how evil you can be to everybody. Shut the fuck up sometimes. Do something nice for some motherfucking body. You always want somebody to treat you right, but you haven't mastered how to treat anyone else right yet.
Oh, God, sir.
You so goddamn selfish. All you know is what you feel and how you want to feel. And you don't never care about how nobody else feel. You don't not one time take into consideration, maybe he wouldn't like if I just jumped in his face and cussed him out. I don't think he would like that. Do you ever stop and fucking think? Do you have a goddamn brain? Or are you bitches just fucking stupid? To where that's all you know how to do is cause confusion and mess and drama and keep that toxic shit up every day of your goddamn life. Fuck is wrong with you? Master P said it in a song. He said, bitch, get your mind right. And boy, I love that verse. I love that. Because so many of you brainless bitches need to get y'all mind right. You really do. You really do. And I'm saying it because I love you. Right? I don't want you to develop that complex to where you turn around and turn on your son one day and defile him. All because you ran his daddy off. And all your kids' daddies you ran off. And every man you ever encountered, you run off. Men only stay there with you long enough to get what's in between them legs, and he gone. After that, he's out of there because he see that you're not even worth being with for real. Because you can't control yourself. You got a temper. Who the hell wants a black woman with a goddamn temper? Who wants a woman like that? You got a motherfucking temper. Who cares about your temper? Put your temper back in your purse and cool that motherfucker off. Don't nobody give a damn about none of that shit. It's time for you to change your ways. That's what it's time for. Time for you to change that dumb shit attitude of yours. Because you've been living like this ever since you've been living like this for years. For years, you have been doing this. You're too old for that shit. You're too old for that shit. Something was stripped from you. And it's called your femininity. Just because you sisters look good and smell good, oh boy. And you are absolutely what a man desires physically, oh boy. But like that song said, The girls look so good, but their brains is not ready. Oh my God, that's too many of you. It's too many of you. How old was that little boy that made that? Wasn't he about 13? Fucking 14 years old. Mashallah, he having it bad in middle school.
Right.
He made that song up in middle school. Like, the girls look so good, but their brains is not ready. This nigga was 14 years old.
Oh, God.
So the girls look so good, but their brains is not ready. You understand? I'm gonna play a little bit of this clip right here, and then I'm gonna have you read one more scripture, Maya Shot, and then we're gonna get out of here.
Oh, God.
Hi, Steve. Nice to meet you.
Nice. Tell me what happened to you when you were a child.
Okay, so this is about to break down this story of her and the things that happened to her when she was a child.
Hi, Steve. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
When I was younger, actually, it started off like this. I never knew my father. My mom told me a story about my father, how she met him, and I never met my real biological father. I probably won't ever meet him because she doesn't really have much information on him. So my mom met this man. She started dating him, and I was excited as a young girl to have a father figure in my life. So I gave him a chance, just like any girl would do, to be a father. If it was exciting, he would take us fishing. He would play games with us. He would let us bring the mattresses from the room and run down the hall and do cartwheels. It was every little girl wants a father. And at the age of 10, one night of bringing the mattresses in, I slept in the living room to camp out. And I remember he touched me under my nightgown. And when I told my mom, she told CPS, which is Child Protective Services, but it never got brought to the police. And I was also told that through the investigation by them that maybe I was having a dream or a nightmare. But
your mom told you this?
Her and him, because he wasn't convicted at this time.
Right. The police were involved at that point?
No, not at that point, no.
Just your mom and your stepdad.
Yes, and Child Protective Services. They also took me to a psychologist.
And everybody was saying to you, oh, it was just a dream.
Right. And the psychologist made me have a doll and show them exactly where he touched me and everything like that. But I remember she was still dating him. But as a child, you're going to...
So that happened when you were 10, right?
Yes, when I was 10.
Did he continue on to keep touching you?
Well, the abuse stopped. That was only one time that at the age of 10, the abuse stopped. And then in between the time of 10 to 14, my mom continued to date him and she married him. And he kind of adopted me as a stepdaughter. And she gave me his last name, which I didn't have a choice because I was a minor.
It was your mom's choice, though.
Right. Right. And then one day when I was 14, I came home from school. I was a freshman early. On a sick day, we were playing Scrabble. He was home. We were playing Scrabble. And somehow, I don't remember how it got to this, but he held me down and he raped me. He put all his weight on top of me and he raped me.
Mashallah, can you see the hurt all over this sister face, man? She has never gotten over this, man. She is an adult. And do you know how many victims don't get over this? You can see that this is traumatized as if it's happening all over again. Look at her face. Look at how traumatized she is. And I want to skip to the mother coming out real quick. Let me see if I can get the mama coming out. Cause this was terrible how this mother ended up acting to this story here. You can see she crying all over the place. This shit is killing her. And this is how her mother responded. Let me find that marker where her mama came out. This was insane. And this is how a lot of these look at how in shock she still is. Look at that face. That sister's still in shock about what happened to her when she was 10, man. She well over 30. All right. Now here go to mama. This is where she came. Hold on.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Only thing I want to say, I am the mom. I'm the mom. You're booing, but you don't know the story. You weren't there. Salima, I love you. I made a horrible mistake. I didn't know. It may not seem like, it may not, when I say I didn't know, it may seem like I'm lying. I don't know, but I didn't know. He abused me. He tried to kill me twice. I was under.
Now, first off, you are not the victim here. If you were being abused in some sort of way, you should have handled that. But this was about your 10-year-old child, right? And here you are making excuses talking about he abused you. None of that matters right now, right? And it definitely didn't matter when this little girl was 10 years old. You are supposed to be protecting your child. And this is why I do not understand why our sisters, they just cannot stay with the father of their child for nothing to save their life. But then they get with a goddamn man and the man end up molesting their children. Like, I know so many people that have gone through that. I grew up with a bunch of them that had gone through that. A lot of brothers and sisters that have gone through that, to where these stepfathers, your mama couldn't stay with your daddy all because your daddy was drunk, he was alcoholic, or he was crackhead, or whatever excuse she made. You laid down with the goddamn crackhead. You made the baby with the crackhead. He wasn't too damn drunk. He got up in there and y'all made a baby. So now you just had to leave him. And in this search for a good man, you found you one. So you thought. And this good man, the whole time, this girl say they playing a damn game, playing Yahtzee. And this man ended up raping this baby when she was 10 years old. And the first thing you can come out, I love you, but he was beating me. It don't matter what you're going through. You are supposed to be protecting your children. Stop getting with these sick bastards. A lot of those men out there in the world, that's what you're going to end up getting with. A sicko. You are going to end up getting with one of these perverts. You're going to end up getting with one of these perverts, and that's going to be a problem. That's going to be your problem. Let's keep going.
Verbal abuse with him. Only reason this was all his idea, to be doing things and bringing you there. I just wanted the truth from him. For some reason in my mind, I thought taking her there and having them both together, I could get the truth from them.
Didn't you get that?
I wasn't there.
But didn't you get that from court?
But I don't really. She said. Now my daughter just said we went to court. I don't remember going to court.
You don't remember going to court?
I remember pressing charges. I remember them taking him to jail. I can't lie, Steve. I don't remember.
I'm not asking you to lie. I mean,
I can only remember what I remember, right. And I don't remember.
I find it strange that a mother whose daughter was being raped by her husband, a guy that went to court, she had to appear in court. I'm assuming you had to be in court.
I'm sure I was.
Yeah, and you don't remember it?
I can't force myself to remember something that
She turned around and was totally traumatized by this situation too. The mother, she made a bunch of horrible decisions, right? But in the end, it did turn out that she did not know that this man was molesting her daughter. She actually didn't know. She just made a bunch of stupid mistakes. She turned around and she took the little girl to the prison. She's talking about she want answers. You got your answers in court, like what Steve is saying. You don't need no more answers. She just could not believe it in her brain. She turned around and was still up under this guy's abuse and control, to where he said, no, you need to bring her out here and we can sit down and talk together and we can get the truth out. That was his idea. She just said that, which was another stupid thing to do. You don't need to take your daughter around that animal at all. She don't need to be nowhere near that nigga. And this was after he got sentenced to 15 years in prison. His idea was to call his wife and have his wife bring her to the jail so that they could talk, so mama could get some answers. Fuck that. Not talking to you. We ain't got nothing to talk about. We have nothing to talk about. You understand? So she actually did not know. You know, she did make a bunch of stupid mistakes. And this is why the Lord said, when you decide on getting in a relationship, you stay in that relationship. Stop getting with a man and thinking he's just the worst in the world, all because he had another woman. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And because you so Christian-y in your brain, you say, oh, nope, man, I'm supposed to have one woman. You believe in that lie that the white man gave you in that Christian church, saying that a man can only have one woman. That is a lie. That's a lie. But here you go, you with several different men. You done had a bunch of goddamn men. I don't know where is the line in the scripture for that, my Shala, about all of the men that these women are out here sleeping with, stretching their goddamn vagina so far wide from her to Albuquerque. You understand?
Come on.
That thing all the way from her to Albuquerque, New Mexico. But they ain't got no line and no scripture for you. They're telling you how many men you supposed to be with. They let you be with everybody. Why? Because they want to use you in the Christian church. They want to use you for your body and your money. And guess who else they gonna get too? Your children. They're gonna get your children too. And you're gonna give them to them. You're gonna give them to them. The mother's gonna talk about how she was molested when she was a child. She was a victim of the same thing. But see, this is what happens when you end up making the same mistakes that your parents made. You're going to put your children through the same things that you went through. You're not doing a good job of protecting your children, man. You're not supposed to defile them in any type of way. You're supposed to be protecting them. What they say, mother's supposed to protect her cubs. Come on now. You think back to when you were molested as a child. You think back on how your parents did you and left you around their stepfather and left you around their new boyfriend and left you around some goddamn stranger so she could go to work. You think about how your parent did you as a child. And you say to yourself, you know what? Wait a minute. Whoa. No, you know what? Even though his daddy is a drunk and alcoholic, I'm going to stay with the daddy. Because at least he ain't touching him. I might have to lock him in the door in the bedroom when he get drunk so the kids won't see that. But goddamn, at least the man ain't touching his children. But instead, you do the same exact shit your mama did. You can't control yourself. You can't keep the man that you made the children with. So you go get another man and then he start fucking your children. And you doing the same fucking thing over and over and over again, and you don't see it. You don't realize it. And the shit never stops. The trauma never stops. The cycle never ends. But that shit stopped her, man. In the ISUPK, we don't molest children in her. We ain't having that in her. We not defiling children in her. We raising them up the way that they should be raised up, being protected. You understand? Being provided for, being taught the laws of God so that they can keep them themselves when they get older. You understand? All you nasty, perverted ass men and women, brute-faced mama. We got the cure for your sickness and what you call it, Mashallah, your complex. We got the cure for your complex to where you won't defile your children, man. You won't defile them with drugs. That sister that turned around and had their fentanyl, she had a hotel high as a fool. And she passed out and the baby got a hold to the fentanyl and the baby's dead. You won't be defiling your children with drugs. You know why? Because you're going to keep your children safe from drugs because you'll never get high yourself. That one video we played a while back, mashallah, when the kids had turned around and got hold to the mama's damn edibles. Eating that goddamn shit as if it's candy. And the mama, dumbass, this dumb bitch, recorded the children sitting there vomiting and throwing up and sick. When soon as one of your friends called DFS on you, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. Like I said, some of you parents shouldn't be parents at all. We should take some of you and cut out your parts where you can't make children at all. Because you don't deserve children. You don't even deserve to be around any children. You can't keep your nasty, sick hands off of kids. Doing this to a 10-year-old little girl, defiling her in such a way. It's ridiculous, man. But look, we passed the time. You understand? The water to everybody, all our brothers and sisters for tuning in, man. I appreciate you rocking with us. My right-hand man, Officer Mashallah, you understand? Always in the building with me. You understand? The water to you, brother. You understand?
God, sir.
And then, like I said, for all our brothers and sisters that's watching and tuning in, the brother Officer called. He out there on the road. You understand? This brother is on the road, but is still trying to find ways on how he can do the work of the Lord. You understand? So he turned around and dropped by and came on our show. You understand? So the water to him. You understand? Like I said, man, we got to turn around and stop defiling our children, man. Look at what we're raising. We're raising them to be monsters just like yourself. You are a goddamn monster, and you're going to raise your kids to be one. So we got to turn this around. And it absolutely can happen. Mashallah, give me Romans 12, verse 1 and 2. For all you goddamn Jesus freaks, you understand? We're going to turn around and see if you can do what Jesus prescribed in the New Testament for all of you freaks to do. Because you're a goddamn freak, all right. They some freaks in that Christian church, ain't they, Mashallah? And I ain't talking about no good way. I ain't talking about in a Rick James way. She's a very freaky girl. I ain't talking about that. Because ain't nothing wrong with that as long as it's with your man. You understand? But they are absolutely some freaks, man, in that Christian church. You understand? They are absolutely some freaks in that Christian church. And this is why you got to get out of it. All you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men, women, and children alike. You got to get out of it. Read that scripture for me, brother.
So the book of Romans chapter 12 and verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice.
Holy. So you do what? You do what with your body?
That ye present your bodies a living sacrifice.
The scripture says that your body is the temple. What's that in 1 Corinthians? Your body is the temple. Now he's telling you what to do with this temple, with this body of yours. And it don't say do what you want with it. It don't say give it to as many men as you like. It don't say smash all the chicks or do like Lil Wayne said in that song, I just want to fuck every girl in the world. It don't say you can do that with your body. Your body don't belong to you. This body that you have is for you to do what God said you can do with that body of yours. Don't you see that you're ruining it? Don't you see that you are ruining your body? And this is why the Lord gave you instructions on what to do with your temple, your body, so that you would not ruin it. So that you won't ruin your body. This is what he said. Do read it again.
Come on, sir. The book of Romans, chapter 12, and verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice.
You present your body as a living sacrifice. And how do you do that? By doing the things that God said to do, and by not doing the things that God said not to do. When God said to keep his dietary laws and to keep his feast days and to keep all of his laws, statutes, and commandments, that's you making that sacrifice to do what the Lord said do. Right? You might want to eat some pork or some chitlins. I don't see how, but you might want to. But you turn around and you make your body a living sacrifice by not doing it, because this ain't your body. You don't own it. You don't own it. That's why you get sick. That's why you get AIDS. That's why you get STDs. That's why you're getting diabetes and cancers and all that shit, because you are defiling your body. You're destroying it. And your body don't belong to you. The one who it belongs to, the Most High, guess what? He's punishing you for your sins. He's going to punish you for your sins. So you got to stop sinning against him. That's what you got to do. You got to stop sinning against the Most High. All right. So you got to make your body a living sacrifice. And that's how you do it, by obeying the Lord. Keep going out.
Holy.
Separate. That's what that means. That word holy means separate. Don't be like them other hoes, man. Don't be like them brothers on the corner. This what they like to say in the white world, my shot, slinging crack. Boy, whenever I heard them say that shit, I'm like, God damn. Slinging crack. And when y'all, it was your people that gave us the goddamn crack to sling. But when you turn around and you see that the white man gave you crack for you to sling to your brothers and your sisters, you don't sling crack. You don't do that. When you see your brothers and sisters smoking the crack, you don't smoke it either. You understand? You be holy. You don't be like everybody else. You do not smoke the crack or the weed or the pills. You don't pop them either. You obey the Lord. You got to be holy. What's the next one?
Acceptable unto God.
You have to be acceptable unto God. And all your nasty, filthy shit is not acceptable to the Lord. Every sin that you commit is not acceptable to God. He hates it. And guess what else he hates? When you sin against him, he hates you. He hates you also. Okay, keep going.
Which is reasonable, which is your reasonable service.
That's your reasonable service, man. That's your job as his child. You don't turn around and see the parent wake up one day and tell his 8-year-old son, I want you to paint my house. The walls and kind of got dirty. You done took the crayons and shit and wrote on them. So now I want you to turn around and paint the house. That's unreasonable, because an 8-year-old don't know how to paint no house. But what would be reasonable for that child is when you tell him to clean his room, make his bed up. Don't draw on my white wall, son. You understand? That's his reasonable service. That's his duty as a child, to do things that a child his age can do. Not turn around and get on the roof and replace the shingles that blew off in the storm. Don't have him do that. He ate. All right. So that's your reasonable service for you to obey God. What God is asking you to do is not unreasonable. All right. Keep going.
Verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
Be not conformed to this world. Right? Meaning don't be like the world. You black women, guess what? You absolutely are the sweetest thing on the planet. But you get that dumb shit attitude from white people. You get it from white women. You get it from white men. That's why you're so goddamn evil and hatred toward your black man, because you picked up their behavior and he try to bring that home. And likewise, the same thing for the black man. That dumb shit attitude that you niggas got against our women. Guess what? You got that from white people. You got that from white people. Of course, there are things that we have to clean up in our community. And we're willing to do the work. But you got to be willing to do what we say do. You got to come in under Commander General Yohana and follow these laws, statutes, and commandments as well. That's what's going to fix the black community. Not you marching and protesting. Not you thinking you're going to cross over to another race and find love and happiness. They might find your head somewhere buried up under a goddamn house or something, because you know that's happening. That has happened a lot. All right? Don't be like this place. Don't conform to this world, man. This place is horrible. This place is horrible. But the Lord said, what should you do, my child?
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Change. You got to change your mind. You got to get this right up here. All that talk about your heart. I got a good heart. No, you don't. You're a terrible individual. Because this ain't where your heart at. You understand? This heart right here ain't got nothing to do with what the Bible was talking about. You got to change your mind. You got to get your mind right. You understand? You got to be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. You got to get this thing right, man. This is what's got you being all evil and stupid and nasty and breaking God's laws. This right here, not that thing in your chest, because you gave a homeless man $5. And oh, I got a good heart, man. I saw that brother, he needed some food. That's fine. That's a good thing you did. Nothing wrong with that. But this is what you need to fix. You good at giving the homeless $5 when you see them when they ask you for a meal. But you're not good at keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? And that's where you need to change at. And with that, I'm off of it. I'm done. The water, brother, I appreciate you for dealing with your captain, putting up with your captain for all this time. You understand?
Oh, God, sir.
So you want to close out?
Lie, sir. You pretty much wrapped everything up out of one.
The water warrior. I see. And look at Israel. Make sure y'all tune in to the next one. Go to ISUPK.com. Get in them classes. Pay y'all tithes. Be looking for the Passover. Ooh, back down in Texas. You understand? And we're going to do it big again down there in Texas. Oh, boy. You understand? Cap Yachty, I wonder what he got in store for us this year. You understand? Well, next year. This year, not this year. 2025 is gone. Right. It's over with. In a few days, it'll be 26. And that's something else that you black people better not celebrate either. It's New Year's. You better not celebrate that shit either. All right? Because we got one for New Year's too. And with that, we go on Israel Shalom.
Shalom Israel.